Stoicism, a timeless philosophy rooted in ancient Greece, offers a practical roadmap for navigating life's complexities. Its core principles, forged by the likes of Zeno of Citium, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, emphasize the power of reason, self-control, and resilience in the face of adversity. By embracing harsh truths and cultivating a mindset of acceptance, Stoics sought to achieve true inner peace. This ancient wisdom, far from being outdated, remains remarkably relevant in today's world. In the following collection, we explore 50 Stoic truths that, though challenging, can significantly enhance your life journey. You control your mind, not the world. The world is a tempestuous sea, filled with uncertainties and unforeseen events. While we cannot control the external forces that shape our circumstances, we possess the remarkable ability to govern our own minds. This internal domain, a sanctuary of thought and emotion, is the true locus of our power. By recognizing this fundamental truth, we take the first step towards inner tranquility. The Stoics, ancient philosophers renowned for their wisdom, understood this principle profoundly. They emphasized the importance of distinguishing between things within our control and those beyond our reach. External events, they argued, are like the wind. We cannot control its direction, but we can adjust our sails to navigate it effectively. By focusing our attention on the things we can influence, our thoughts, beliefs, and actions, we can cultivate a sense of agency and resilience. When faced with adversity, we can choose how to respond, rather than being passively swept away by circumstances. Life is suffering. Life, in its fullness, is a tapestry woven with threads of joy and sorrow. Inevitably, we encounter pain, loss, and hardship, the trials that shape our character and define our humanity. While these experiences may seem insurmountable, embracing suffering as a natural part of existence can paradoxically lead to profound growth and resilience. The Stoics, ancient philosophers renowned for their wisdom, understood this truth deeply. They viewed suffering not as an enemy to be avoided, but as a teacher to be embraced. Pain, they argued, is an opportunity for spiritual and moral development. By confronting adversity with courage and equanimity, we can cultivate inner strength and discover hidden reserves of resilience. Embracing suffering does not mean passively accepting it. Rather, it involves meeting challenges with a mindset of acceptance and non-resistance. When faced with loss, for example, we can choose to grieve, learn, and move forward, rather than dwelling in self-pity. By cultivating a sense of perspective and gratitude, we can find meaning even in the most difficult circumstances. You will die. Death, the inevitable end that awaits us all, is the ultimate equalizer. It strips away our titles, possessions, and even our identities, leaving us as mere mortals. Rather than fearing this finality, we should use the awareness of mortality to live fully and prioritize what truly matters. The Stoics, ancient philosophers renowned for their wisdom, understood this principle deeply. They emphasized the fleeting nature of life and encouraged us to make the most of our time. By recognizing our mortality, we can cultivate a sense of urgency and purpose, motivating us to live with intention and meaning. Furthermore, the Stoics taught us that most of what happens in life is beyond our control. The world is a chaotic place, filled with uncertainties and unforeseen events. Attempting to control everything is a recipe for frustration and disappointment. Instead, we must focus on what is within our power, our actions and our thoughts. You are not special. While each person is unique, possessing their own talents, experiences, and quirks, we are all subject to the immutable laws of nature. Recognizing this fundamental truth prevents us from falling into the trap of entitlement, a pernicious belief that we are above or beyond the natural order. Humility, on the other hand, is essential for a balanced and fulfilling life. It allows us to appreciate the blessings we have received, acknowledge our limitations, and approach life with a sense of gratitude and perspective. Moreover, failure is an inevitable part of the human experience. It is not something to be feared or avoided, but rather embraced as a valuable learning opportunity. Every setback, every mistake, brings us closer to success. Through failure, we gain insights, develop resilience, and refine our strategies. Embracing failure, therefore, is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to our determination and growth mindset. Emotions are often irrational. Emotions, while a vital part of the human experience, can often lead us astray. They can cloud our judgment, distort our perception, and hinder our ability to make rational decisions. A Stoic, however, seeks to understand emotions, not be controlled by them. By using reason as a guide, we can observe our emotions with detachment, recognizing their influence without allowing them to dictate our actions. Self-discipline, the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, is essential for navigating the complexities of life. Without it, our minds become chaotic and unfocused, easily swayed by fleeting desires and impulsive urges. Discipline, on the other hand, provides us with the mental clarity and focus necessary to achieve our goals and live a meaningful life. Desire is the root of suffering. The pursuit of desires, often fueled by a desire for external validation or material possessions, can lead to a cycle of dissatisfaction. No matter how much we acquire, there will always be something more we crave. True contentment, therefore, lies not in fulfilling our desires, but in reducing them. By cultivating a sense of contentment with what we have, we can free ourselves from the constant pursuit of the next big thing and find greater fulfillment in the present moment. Furthermore, loss is an inevitable part of the human experience. No matter how much we love and cherish those around us, we will inevitably lose them, whether to death or other circumstances. Accepting this reality can be painful, but it is essential for living a meaningful life. By acknowledging the impermanence of our relationships, we can appreciate the time we have with our loved ones and cherish every moment. The opinions of others do not define you. The desire for social approval, often fueled by a deep-seated fear of rejection, can derail our lives. When we prioritize the opinions of others over our own values, we become trapped in a cycle of self-doubt and conformity. True freedom, however, comes from living authentically, aligning our actions with our innermost beliefs. By cultivating a sense of self-worth and independence, we can break free from the chains of societal expectations. We can learn to trust our own judgment, make our own choices, and live according to our unique vision of a fulfilling life. This does not mean disregarding the opinions of others entirely, but rather prioritizing our own values and making informed decisions based on our own beliefs and desires. Living authentically requires courage and vulnerability. It means being willing to stand out from the crowd, to be different, and to pursue our passions without fear of judgment. By embracing our individuality and living according to our own values, we can find true freedom and fulfillment. Happiness is an inside job. The pursuit of external things, such as wealth, status, or possessions, often leads to a cycle of dissatisfaction. No matter how much we acquire, there will always be something more we crave. True happiness, therefore, lies not in the accumulation of material goods, but in the cultivation of inner peace and virtue. By focusing on developing our character, cultivating gratitude, and living in accordance with our values, we can find a deeper and more enduring sense of contentment. Furthermore, it is important to recognize that most people are driven by self-interest. This does not mean that everyone is inherently selfish, but rather that our own needs and desires often take precedence. Understanding this truth can help us navigate relationships more effectively, avoiding unnecessary disappointment and conflict. By recognizing the self-interested motives of others, we can set appropriate boundaries, manage expectations, and protect ourselves from exploitation. You are not entitled to anything. The world owes us nothing. Every privilege or possession we have is a gift, not a guarantee. We are born into a world of abundance and opportunity, but these blessings are not entitlements. They are the result of countless factors, many of which are beyond our control. Recognizing this truth fosters a sense of gratitude and humility, preventing us from falling into the trap of entitlement. When we approach life with a sense of gratitude, we appreciate the blessings we have received and are less likely to take them for granted. We also become more mindful of the challenges faced by others, fostering empathy and compassion. By cultivating a spirit of gratitude, we can cultivate a more positive and fulfilling outlook on life. Life is unpredictable. Life is unpredictable. Plans can change in an instant, throwing our carefully laid out intentions into disarray. Embracing uncertainty is not just a matter of acceptance, but a practical necessity for navigating the complexities of life. When we resist change, we become rigid and inflexible, limiting our ability to adapt and thrive. By cultivating a mindset of openness and adaptability, we can navigate life's twists and turns with greater ease and resilience. Moreover, it is important to remember that both pain and pleasure are temporary. Just as the darkest night is followed by the dawn, so too do periods of suffering give way to moments of joy. By understanding the impermanence of both pain and pleasure, we can cultivate a sense of perspective and avoid becoming overly attached to either. When faced with challenges, we can remind ourselves that this too shall pass. And when we experience joy, we can savor the moment without becoming consumed by it. Your thoughts shape your reality. Our mindset, the lens through which we perceive the world, profoundly shapes our experiences. It determines whether we see opportunities or obstacles, challenges or possibilities. By cultivating thoughts that align with reality, we can foster a more positive and resilient outlook. Negative thoughts, often rooted in fear, anxiety, or self-doubt, can cast a shadow over our lives. They can limit our potential, hinder our progress, and contribute to feelings of stress and unhappiness. By recognizing the power of our thoughts and making a conscious effort to cultivate positive and realistic thinking patterns, we can transform our experiences and unlock our full potential. This does not mean denying the existence of challenges or difficulties. Rather, it involves reframing our perspective, focusing on solutions, and maintaining a belief in our ability to overcome obstacles. By cultivating a mindset of resilience, we can bounce back from setbacks, learn from our mistakes, and continue to strive towards our goals. The present moment is all you have. Dwelling on the past or worrying about the future is a futile exercise that robs us of the present moment. The past is gone, the future uncertain. Our only true power lies in the here and now. By focusing on living fully in the present, we can cultivate a sense of peace, contentment, and engagement with life. The Stoics, ancient philosophers renowned for their wisdom, emphasized the importance of living in the present moment. They argued that the past is irrelevant, as we cannot change it. The future, they said, is uncertain, and worrying about it only creates unnecessary stress. By focusing on the present, we can fully experience the richness of each moment, appreciate the blessings in our lives, and engage with the world in a more meaningful way. Mindfulness, the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment, is a powerful tool for cultivating a present-focused mindset. By bringing our awareness to the here and now, we can reduce stress, increase our sense of well-being, and enhance our relationships. Time is your most valuable resource. Time, the most precious resource we possess, is finite and irreplaceable. It flows inexorably forward, never to be reclaimed. Recognizing the preciousness of time is essential for living a meaningful life. By spending our time wisely, we can maximize our potential and make a lasting impact on the world. Instead of wasting our time on trivial pursuits, we should focus on activities that align with our values and contribute to our overall well-being. This might involve spending time with loved ones, pursuing our passions, engaging in meaningful work, or helping others. By prioritizing what truly matters, we can make the most of our limited time on this earth. Life is not fair. Time, the most precious resource we possess, is finite and irreplaceable. It flows inexorably forward, never to be reclaimed. Recognizing the preciousness of time is essential for living a meaningful life. By spending our time wisely, we can maximize our potential and make a lasting impact on the world. Instead of wasting our time on trivial pursuits, we should focus on activities that align with our values and contribute to our overall well-being. This might involve spending time with loved ones, pursuing our passions, engaging in meaningful work, or helping others. By prioritizing what truly matters, we can make the most of our limited time on this earth. Comfort is the enemy of growth. While comfort is often sought after, it can lead to a state of complacency, hindering our personal growth and development. It is in the face of challenges, adversity, and discomfort that we truly discover our potential. By seeking out experiences that push us beyond our limits, we can foster resilience, build self-confidence, and unlock new possibilities. When we step outside of our comfort zone, we are forced to confront our fears, overcome obstacles, and learn new skills. This process, while challenging, is essential for personal growth. It allows us to expand our horizons, broaden our perspectives, and discover hidden talents and abilities. Moreover, embracing challenges can help us develop a sense of purpose and meaning. When we overcome adversity, we experience a profound sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. This sense of purpose can motivate us to continue pushing ourselves, striving for greater heights and making a positive impact on the world. Your ego is not your friend. The ego, a powerful force within us, can often blind us to reality and lead to poor decisions. Driven by a desire for self-preservation and validation, the ego can distort our perception of the world, leading us to make choices that are not in our best interest. To live a more balanced and fulfilling life, it is essential to keep our egos in check. By cultivating a sense of self-awareness and humility, we can recognize the ego's influence and counteract its negative effects. This involves challenging our own beliefs and assumptions, seeking out diverse perspectives, and being open to feedback. When we are able to see beyond the ego's self-serving lens, we can make more rational and informed decisions. Everyone has a role to play. We are all interconnected, each of us playing a unique role in the grand tapestry of existence. Understanding our place in the larger order of things can provide a sense of purpose, meaning, and perspective. When we recognize that we are not isolated individuals, but rather interconnected beings, we can cultivate a greater sense of empathy, compassion, and responsibility. By understanding our role in the world, we can avoid the trap of self-absorption and focus on making a positive contribution to society. We can find meaning in our work, our relationships, and our interactions with others. This sense of purpose can provide a powerful motivation, driving us to live our lives with integrity and meaning. Moreover, understanding our place in the world can help us navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and perspective. When we recognize that we are not alone in facing adversity, we can find comfort and support in the shared human experience. By connecting with others and working together towards common goals, we can overcome challenges and create a better world for all. The universe is indifferent. The universe, vast and indifferent, operates according to its own laws and rhythms. It does not care about our preferences, our desires, or our plans. To resist its flow is to invite frustration and suffering. Instead, we must learn to align ourselves with its natural order. By understanding the laws of nature and the interconnectedness of all things, we can cultivate a sense of harmony and acceptance. We can recognize that our individual desires and preferences, while important to us, are not the center of the universe. By aligning ourselves with the natural flow of things, we can find greater peace, contentment, and fulfillment. This does not mean that we should passively accept whatever comes our way. Rather, it means that we should strive to understand the underlying principles that govern the universe and act in accordance with them. By doing so, we can navigate life's challenges with greater grace and resilience. Suffering builds character. Adversity, while often painful and challenging, is a powerful catalyst for personal growth. It is through the crucible of hardship that we discover our true strength, resilience, and character. When faced with obstacles, setbacks, and disappointments, we have the opportunity to develop new skills, learn from our mistakes, and emerge from the experience transformed. Embracing adversity does not mean passively accepting it. Rather, it involves meeting challenges with a mindset of determination, perseverance, and a belief in our ability to overcome them. By viewing adversity as an opportunity for growth, we can transform what might otherwise be a source of despair into a catalyst for positive change. Through the challenges we face, we develop resilience, the capacity to bounce back from setbacks and continue moving forward. We learn to adapt to changing circumstances, overcome obstacles, and persevere in the face of adversity. This resilience, cultivated through the fires of experience, is a valuable asset that will serve us well throughout our lives. Love without attachment. Love, a fundamental human emotion, is essential for our well-being and happiness. It connects us to others, provides a sense of belonging, and enriches our lives in countless ways. However, attachment, a form of clinging or dependence, can lead to suffering and heartache. When we become attached to people, things, or experiences, we create expectations and desires that can lead to disappointment and pain. If our loved ones do not meet our expectations, or if we lose something we hold dear, we may experience feelings of sadness, anger, or resentment. To avoid the pitfalls of attachment, it is important to cultivate a sense of detachment. This does not mean that we should be indifferent to others or to the things we care about. Rather, it means that we should love deeply while also recognizing the impermanence of all things. By understanding that relationships, possessions, and experiences are subject to change, we can cultivate a sense of acceptance and avoid the suffering that comes from clinging. No one can hurt you without your consent. Emotional pain, a universal human experience, often stems from how we interpret the actions and words of others. When we perceive rejection, criticism, or indifference, we may experience feelings of sadness, anger, or hurt. However, it is important to recognize that our emotional reactions are not solely determined by the actions of others, but also by our own interpretations and beliefs. By understanding this, we can gain greater control over our emotional experiences. We can choose not to let others have power over our emotions, recognizing that their actions are simply their own and do not define our worth or value. When faced with hurtful or negative behavior, we can respond with compassion, understanding, and forgiveness, rather than allowing it to consume us with anger or resentment. Cultivating a sense of self-worth and self-compassion is essential for protecting ourselves from emotional pain. When we believe in our own value, we are less likely to be affected by the opinions or actions of others. By treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, we can develop a resilience that allows us to navigate life's challenges with greater emotional well-being. Silence is powerful. In a world filled with noise and chatter, there is great power in silence. Listening more and speaking less allows us to cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and others, fostering wisdom, empathy, and meaningful connections. When we listen attentively, we give others the opportunity to express themselves fully, without interruption or judgment. We create a safe and welcoming space where others feel heard, valued, and understood. This practice of active listening not only strengthens our relationships but also expands our own understanding of the world. By speaking less, we avoid the pitfalls of impulsive speech, thoughtless words, and unnecessary conflict. When we take the time to reflect and consider our words carefully, we are more likely to communicate effectively and avoid misunderstandings. Silence, in this sense, is not a sign of weakness, but a manifestation of inner strength and self-control. Your purpose is greater than yourself. A life lived solely in pursuit of personal desires can be shallow and unfulfilling. To find true meaning and purpose, we must look beyond our own needs and desires and consider the broader context of our existence. By identifying a purpose that transcends our individual selves, we can connect with something larger than ourselves and discover a deeper sense of meaning and fulfillment. This purpose might be found in service to others, in the pursuit of knowledge, in the creation of something beautiful, or in the defense of a cause we believe in. Whatever form it takes, a meaningful purpose provides a sense of direction, motivation, and fulfillment. When we live with a sense of purpose, we are less likely to be consumed by petty concerns or trivial pursuits. Instead, we are driven by a desire to make a positive impact on the world and leave a legacy that will outlast our own lives. By finding a purpose that transcends our personal desires, we can live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Life is a series of choices. Every day, we make countless choices that shape our destiny. From the small decisions we make in the morning to the larger decisions that impact our lives, our choices define our character and determine the course of our lives. By being mindful of our decisions, we can make conscious choices that align with our values and contribute to our overall well-being. When we make choices without careful consideration, we may find ourselves regretting our decisions later on. By pausing to reflect, considering the consequences, and aligning our choices with our long-term goals, we can make more informed and intentional decisions. Moreover, our choices not only shape our own lives, but also have an impact on others. By making choices that are ethical, compassionate, and responsible, we can contribute to a more positive and just world. Wealth does not equal happiness. While money can certainly provide comfort and material possessions, it cannot purchase lasting happiness. True wealth lies not in the accumulation of wealth, but in the cultivation of contentment and peace of mind. When we prioritize material possessions over our relationships, our values, and our spiritual well-being, we may find ourselves lacking a sense of fulfillment and purpose. Instead of chasing after external validation and material wealth, we should focus on cultivating inner peace and contentment. This involves cultivating gratitude, practicing mindfulness, and living in accordance with our values. By prioritizing our relationships, our personal growth, and our contributions to the world, we can find a deeper and more enduring sense of fulfillment. You are always a student. Even the most knowledgeable individuals possess a vast expanse of unexplored territory within their minds. Recognizing the limits of our understanding is essential for maintaining a sense of humility and openness to new knowledge. When we believe we know everything, we close ourselves off to learning and growth. By maintaining a sense of humility, we acknowledge the vastness of human knowledge and the complexity of the world. We recognize that there is always more to learn, discover, and understand. This humility fosters a curiosity and eagerness to explore new ideas, perspectives, and experiences. Staying open to new knowledge requires a willingness to challenge our existing beliefs and assumptions. It means being receptive to different viewpoints, even if they contradict our own. By embracing a growth mindset, we can expand our horizons, deepen our understanding, and become more well-rounded individuals. Anger is destructive. Anger, a powerful emotion, can quickly cloud our judgment and lead to irrational actions. When we allow anger to consume us, we may make impulsive decisions, say hurtful things, or engage in harmful behaviors. To maintain inner peace and cultivate healthy relationships, it is essential to master our anger. By recognizing the triggers of our anger and developing healthy coping mechanisms, we can learn to manage our emotions more effectively. This might involve taking deep breaths, practicing mindfulness, engaging in physical activity, or seeking support from a trusted friend or therapist. When we are able to manage our anger, we can respond to challenging situations with greater calm and clarity. This allows us to make more thoughtful decisions, avoid impulsive actions, and maintain healthy relationships. By mastering our anger, we can cultivate a more peaceful and fulfilling life. You are part of a larger whole. We are not isolated beings, but rather interconnected threads in the vast tapestry of existence. Every action we take, every thought we think, has a ripple effect that extends far beyond ourselves. Recognizing our interconnectedness fosters a sense of compassion and understanding, allowing us to see beyond our own perspectives and connect with the experiences of others. When we understand that our actions have consequences for others, we are more likely to act with kindness, empathy, and respect. Change is the only constant. Change is the only constant in life. Seasons shift, relationships evolve, and circumstances alter. Resisting change can lead to frustration and suffering. Instead, embrace it as an inevitable part of life and cultivate the flexibility to adapt. By understanding that change is a natural and necessary process, we can approach it with a sense of curiosity and openness. We can view challenges and transitions as opportunities for growth and development, rather than as threats or obstacles. When we resist change, we cling to the familiar, fearing the unknown. This can lead to stagnation and missed opportunities. By embracing change, we can step outside of our comfort zone, explore new possibilities, and expand our horizons. True wisdom is rare. While knowledge is the accumulation of facts and information, wisdom is a deeper understanding of life's complexities. It is a synthesis of knowledge, experience, and reflection that allows us to navigate challenges with insight and grace. Wisdom is not merely about knowing the right answers, but about applying that knowledge with discernment and understanding. Through experience, we learn the lessons that textbooks cannot teach. We encounter setbacks, triumphs, and a wide range of emotions, shaping our worldview and deepening our understanding of human nature. Reflection allows us to process these experiences, extracting valuable insights and lessons. Gratitude is essential. Gratitude, the practice of focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, is a powerful tool for cultivating contentment and reducing unnecessary suffering. When we dwell on our shortcomings, our desires, or the things we lack, we create a state of dissatisfaction and longing. This constant striving for more can lead to a cycle of unhappiness and discontent. By shifting our focus to the blessings in our lives, we cultivate a sense of gratitude and appreciation. We recognize the abundance that surrounds us, the opportunities we have, and the people who care about us. This shift in perspective can transform our outlook on life, filling us with a sense of contentment and joy. You will be forgotten. The passage of time erodes even the most prominent figures, casting them into the annals of history. Eventually, we are all forgotten, our names lost to the sands of time. Recognizing this impermanence can free us from the pursuit of fame and legacy, allowing us to focus on what truly matters, living a virtuous life. When we strive for fame or recognition, we often find ourselves compromising our values and compromising our integrity. We may engage in actions that are harmful to ourselves or others, simply to achieve a fleeting moment of glory. Instead of seeking external validation, we should focus on cultivating inner virtue. By living with integrity, compassion, and kindness, we can make a positive impact on the world and leave a lasting legacy that transcends fame or recognition. Don't expect life to be easy. Life, with its inherent unpredictability, is a journey filled with challenges and obstacles. Expecting a smooth and effortless path is not only unrealistic, but can also set us up for disappointment. Instead, we must prepare ourselves for the inevitable hardships that life will throw our way and face them with courage and resilience. Embracing a mindset of resilience allows us to view challenges as opportunities for growth and development. It empowers us to overcome obstacles, learn from our mistakes, and emerge from adversity stronger and more determined. Your mind can be your best ally or your worst enemy. Our minds, powerful tools capable of great feats, can also be our greatest adversaries. Negative thoughts, if left unchecked, can cast a shadow over our lives, limiting our potential and fueling feelings of anxiety, stress, and depression. By cultivating positive, rational thoughts, we can train our minds to be our allies, supporting us on the journey towards a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Positive thinking does not mean ignoring reality or denying the existence of challenges. Rather, it involves reframing our perspective, focusing on solutions, and maintaining a belief in our ability to overcome obstacles. When we cultivate positive thoughts, we create a mental environment that is conducive to growth, resilience, and happiness. A disciplined mind is essential for living a disciplined life. By training our minds to focus, concentrate, and resist distractions, we can develop the self-control necessary to achieve our goals, overcome temptations, and maintain a sense of balance. A disciplined mind is a powerful tool that can help us break free from negative habits, cultivate healthy routines, and live with greater intention and purpose. Self-reflection is crucial. Regular self-reflection is a cornerstone of personal growth. By taking the time to examine our thoughts, actions, and behaviors, we can identify our strengths and weaknesses, uncover limiting beliefs, and identify areas for improvement. Self-reflection allows us to step outside of ourselves and gain a more objective perspective on our lives. Through self-reflection, we can uncover hidden patterns of behavior, identify recurring negative thought patterns, and uncover limiting beliefs that may be holding us back. By becoming aware of these patterns, we can begin to address them and make positive changes. Self-reflection also helps us to cultivate a sense of self-awareness and self-understanding. When we understand our strengths, weaknesses, values, and motivations, we can make more informed decisions and live more authentically. You cannot escape yourself. We may seek to escape our problems by traveling to new places or pursuing distractions, but ultimately, we cannot outrun ourselves. Our inner demons, the shadows of our fears, insecurities, and unresolved issues, travel with us wherever we go. Running from them only prolongs our suffering and prevents us from truly healing and growing. To find lasting peace and fulfillment, we must confront our inner demons head-on. This requires courage, self-awareness, and a willingness to face the uncomfortable truths about ourselves. By acknowledging our fears, insecurities, and past traumas, we can begin to understand their root causes and address them in a healthy way. Happiness comes from virtue. While external pleasures can provide temporary gratification, they do not offer lasting happiness. True fulfillment comes from living a life aligned with our values and principles. When we prioritize material possessions, social status, or fleeting pleasures, we may find ourselves constantly chasing after the next big thing, never truly satisfied. A virtuous life, on the other hand, is characterized by integrity, compassion, and a commitment to living in accordance with our values. When we focus on cultivating these qualities, we create a sense of inner peace and fulfillment that is not dependent on external circumstances. Living a virtuous life means making choices that align with our beliefs, treating others with kindness and respect, and striving to make a positive impact on the world. It involves recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings and acting with compassion and empathy. By prioritizing virtue over external pleasures, we can find a deeper and more enduring sense of happiness. A virtuous life is a life lived with integrity, purpose, and meaning. It is a life that is truly fulfilling, regardless of the challenges we may face. The world is not designed for your convenience. The world does not revolve around our individual desires or needs. It is a vast and complex place with its own rules and rhythms. Expecting the world to conform to our wishes is a recipe for disappointment and frustration. Instead, we must learn to adapt to the world as it is, recognizing that we are not the center of the universe. By cultivating a sense of flexibility and adaptability, we can navigate life's challenges with greater ease. We can learn to embrace change, overcome obstacles, and find opportunities even in the most difficult circumstances. The world does not owe us anything. By adapting to the world as it is, rather than wishing it were different, we can cultivate a sense of resilience, adaptability, and inner peace. Patience is a virtue. Patience, often misunderstood as passive resignation, is a virtue that requires active effort and cultivation. It is not merely the ability to endure a delay or inconvenience, but the capacity to wait with grace, understanding, and a positive outlook. True patience is rooted in a deep sense of self-awareness and self-control. It involves recognizing the impermanence of situations, accepting the inevitable delays and setbacks, and maintaining a calm and composed demeanor. Patience is not about giving up or resigning oneself to fate. Rather, it is about approaching challenges with a sense of resilience and hope. Every day is a new opportunity. Every day is a new canvas, a blank slate upon which we can paint our own masterpiece. Each day brings its own unique set of challenges and opportunities, offering us the chance to learn, grow, and evolve. By approaching each day with a fresh perspective and a renewed sense of purpose, we can transform even the most ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences. A fresh perspective allows us to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and development. It enables us to approach situations with curiosity, openness, and a willingness to learn. When we view each day as a new beginning, we can shed the baggage of the past and embrace the possibilities of the present. A renewed sense of purpose provides direction and motivation. It helps us to align our actions with our values and goals, giving our lives meaning and significance. When we approach each day with a sense of purpose, we are more likely to overcome challenges, persevere through setbacks, and achieve our dreams. Your past does not define you. Our past experiences, whether positive or negative, undoubtedly shape who we are. They leave their mark on our beliefs, our habits, and our worldview. However, it is important to recognize that our past does not define our future. We have the power to break free from the patterns of the past and create a new narrative for ourselves. While our past experiences may influence our present circumstances, they do not dictate our destiny. We can choose how we respond to our past, to learn from our mistakes, and to forge a different path. By cultivating a growth mindset, we can overcome the limitations of our past and unlock our full potential. It is important to acknowledge the impact of our past experiences, but we should not become trapped by them. By understanding how our past has shaped us, we can develop greater self-awareness and make conscious choices about how we want to move forward. We can break free from negative patterns, cultivate new habits, and create a future that is aligned with our values and aspirations. You are responsible for your own happiness. Our happiness is ultimately our own responsibility. While others can contribute to our well-being, we cannot rely solely on external factors to bring us joy. True happiness comes from within, cultivated through our choices, beliefs, and actions. By taking ownership of our own happiness, we can break free from the expectation that others should make us happy. We can stop blaming external circumstances or other people for our lack of fulfillment and focus on creating a life that brings us joy. This involves identifying our values, setting meaningful goals, and taking steps to align our actions with our desires. It also involves cultivating positive habits, such as gratitude, mindfulness, and self-care, that support our emotional well-being. When we prioritize our own happiness, we become more resilient, more self-sufficient, and more capable of navigating life's challenges. We can find joy in the simple pleasures of life, appreciate the beauty around us, and cultivate meaningful relationships. Love is an action, not just a feeling. Love, a powerful and transformative emotion, is best expressed through actions rather than mere words. While words can convey feelings and intentions, it is our actions that truly reveal the depth of our love. Kindness, respect, and commitment are the cornerstones of a loving relationship. Kindness, expressed through small acts of thoughtfulness and consideration, shows that we care about our loved ones' well-being. It involves listening attentively, offering support, and being present in their lives. Respect, on the other hand, is about honoring our loved ones' boundaries, values, and beliefs. It involves treating them with dignity and consideration even when we disagree. Commitment is the glue that holds relationships together. It is a promise to be there for our loved ones, through thick and thin, good times and bad. Commitment involves loyalty, reliability, and a willingness to sacrifice for the sake of the relationship. By demonstrating love through kindness, respect, and commitment, we create a foundation of trust, security, and happiness in our relationships. These actions speak louder than words and show our loved ones that they are truly valued and cherished. Accept what is, but strive for what can be. Acceptance, often misunderstood as resignation, is a powerful tool for personal growth and fulfillment. It does not mean passively accepting our circumstances without striving for change. Instead, acceptance involves acknowledging our current reality while remaining committed to personal and professional development. By accepting the present moment, we can free ourselves from the grip of frustration, regret, or resentment. We can focus on what we can control and take proactive steps to improve our situation. Acceptance does not mean complacency. It is a foundation upon which we can build a better future. When we accept our current circumstances, we can identify areas for growth and take action to make positive changes. We can set goals, develop new skills, and work towards our aspirations with renewed determination. Acceptance is not about giving up, but about embracing the present as a stepping stone towards a better future. Embracing these 50 harsh Stoic truths may not be easy, but doing so will lead to a more resilient, fulfilling, and meaningful life. Stoicism teaches that by facing reality with courage, discipline, and wisdom, you can navigate the complexities of life with grace and strength.